I just started off the day. I slept in a little bit so I could kind of prepare for this interview I'm just about to have. So I'm just parked down the street before I go in. It's a YouTube interview. Basically, they're gonna have me like make a script and I think maybe even perform in front of a camera. Hopefully I don't get too nervous. I know talking to this camera, I'm a little better, but still, I remember the one time I was going down the street on my boosted board and I was talking to the camera and like a news guy was there and he's like, hey, do you wanna like talk? Like he recognized the like Casey Neistat setup and I'm like, sure. And then he like pointed this giant camera at me and I was just like, and he's like, why are you nervous? Like you're in front of camera. And I'm like, my camera's like so small. But anyways, wish me luck and I'll tell you guys how it goes. That actually went really well. Like maybe not for them, but for me, I had a ton of fun. Hopefully I did well. That company's actually pretty big. I'm surprised by how big the team is. I walk in there and there's gotta be like 10 to 15 screens in this one room. There's like 6 people. So they got some like dual monitor setups. Then like around the corner, there's another 4 people like sitting down with at least like another 4 computers. Then like we went up to this like green room thing. I did my own script. It was about the Nintendo Switch. There was this like funny article I read and then I had to do something on that. And then I talk in front of the screen and there's like there's a green screen behind me. There's a teleprompter. Like it was the first time I saw the teleprompter, which was really cool. And there was another 2 people editing on a computer in there. There was someone like talking in front of the green screen. Like when I got there was someone manning like the camera and like the whole setup. That is like a giant team of people. So they probably see like a bunch of really good candidates all the time, but hopefully I did well and maybe you'll see me on their channel as well. That'll be pretty cool. I think I get like a lot of experience from them and just like working on myself. It'd be cool. We'll see how the rest of the day goes. I'm vlogging about how I just bunt all that money. So, what did we just buy?
Some potential scam.
Some potential scam, no. Okay, to start this off, I've heard a lot of things about Tai Lopez, some of them good, some of them bad. But Peter and I just went through and bought the social media marketing agency program. It was a little expensive, but we were talking about it. Like I spent more than that on a English course at U of T, and like I'd be happy to spend money on like something. I know my ex-girlfriend, I don't know how much she spent, but she did a course at University of British Columbia, I think it was, and I think that was mostly like it was social media, but it was mostly about Twitter. And I feel like this is an overall thing, and this is like how to make money.
Followers for profit, I don't think.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
For credentials.
Yeah, and like she's not even using it. So this is something that ideally, like, I really want to get into like social media marketing agency type situations with businesses with like video. And Peter really is into photography, and that's something he was looking into. So I think it's perfect.
I think it's good because it's a good way to build a network too.
That's like one of the big things too, is like we could just use this like worst case on our own Instagram, our own thing, and like build up our own businesses. I just wanted to mark this because we're gonna watch the first video of Tai Lopez's social media marketing agency program. And we'll tell you how it is, or at least I will. Okay, just to cap it off, we watched the first 3, and my first thoughts on the social media marketing agency program is it was just the first 3, I think one video was just like a broad overview, and then he's getting into like how you're gonna set up the business and what the whole goal is, like how to do it. And so far it seems pretty good. I think one of the biggest benefits, I haven't even watched the whole thing yet, there's I think like 65 videos and like a whole bunch of other stuff, but just from that, I was thinking about taking a social media course at like a university or something, whatever, and like yes, it would be from a legitimate university, but it would only be about that one thing. It would probably be outdated because as soon as you have someone like making a course, just like when you print books, like by the time the book's already printed, it's out of date, and he says he's like updating it. When this first came out, I think he was releasing the videos one by one, and a lot of what he's saying is still really relevant. One of the biggest reasons I think this is good is because like you can find out a lot of information, maybe not like all of his, but even just for argument's sake, say you could find out everything in this course on your own through Google, through searching. There's like hundreds of thousands of hours, millions of hours that you could be spending like watching content, reading books, reading this, reading that, reading articles. And one of the biggest things is you might not know if it's a bad habit, if it's not as good as another way, and this is just like one portal where you can learn everything you need to know. So I did like skip ahead, I think, this morning, and I just watched the advanced Instagram one, and I'm pretty good with Instagram, and my buddy Peter's really good with Instagram. And there's still a couple of things that like maybe I hadn't thought about, or just more of like special honing your abilities with it. I think it's those like small little differences that make a huge difference in when you're trying to be the best at something. I know, for instance, there's a saying, it was from one of these sales books, but basically the story is there's like a horse race. Actually, you know what? This would be even better. Like Michael Phelps, right? Michael Phelps wins his races swimming by, I don't even know how much, probably by like that much or like whatever the time is. But he makes like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times like what his competitors are making through brand deals and everything. And he's not 10 to 50 times better than them. He didn't finish like 10 times faster or 50 times faster. He just finished by that little much, right? So the specialization of this course and what it's teaching is that those little minute details that are going to make the huge difference, hopefully. I think another like side point is this is going to be a really cool thing because now I'm definitely going to have something to vlog about like consistently for the next few days. So if you guys have any questions about it while I'm taking this course, feel free to ask. Any comments as well, and anybody that's actually taking it as well, if you want to connect or whatever. I'm here in Toronto and I'm really excited to like take this program and try and maximize its potential, you know, take it for everything it is and really take it seriously. On that note, this is the end of today's vlog.